Hi, and welcome to A Crafty Corgi. Today we're going to be looking at some watercolor abstract paintings. Right here you can see I have several different types of examples that I've already done, and we're going to complete this today with our watercolors and pen. The type of project we're going to be working on today, it's an abstract art project. So there isn't any right or wrong way to do this type of art. It's just whatever you feel in your heart. Some of the supplies we're going to be using today are my Copic Multiliner B-2 markers. These are by far my favorite markers that I use in any of my craft projects. They just work really well. Sorry, I was adjusting the light there. Another supply, I'll put the link to these down below. Another supply item that I'll be using is the Winsor Newton Cotman watercolor paints. So I've got Purple Lake here. I'm also going to use Indigo as well as Sap Green. Now you don't have to use these colors. These are just the ones I chose. You can use any color you want. I'm also going to be using Golden Brand acrylic ink. So this is the Iridescent Gold Deep Fine. It happens to be by far one of my favorite, if not my favorite gold that I like to use. We're also going to be using a Signo white pigment pen. You can get these at Walmart, at Target. They come in a pack of 3. You're going to get white, silver, and gold with that pack. These are really great. They're the best white pigment pen that I've found on the market that I prefer for a reasonable price. So I really like these, and you'll see how we're going to use them in this project. And I use them almost on every single watercolor project I do that's a pen and ink watercolor. So pick you up some of these at Walmart or Target. The brushes today I'm going to use a 6-round Loew-Cornell brush. It's a soft comfort. I think I picked these up at Michael's maybe, as well as a 10/0 liner brush. That's going to allow me to get those fine details. So again, a 6-round and a 10/0 liner. I keep my water cups over here to the right. I have 2, and I want to talk to you a little bit about my paint palette. This is actually a pretty large paint palette, but I enjoy it and I prefer it. You have the middle area here. I've got my watercolors all around the edge so that I'm able to just pull as I need and use the middle to mix everything. I start over here on the left and work my way around for all my colors. That matches up with my color chart that I have as well. Again, starting in the top left so that I can keep track of everything that I'm using. And again, I mix all in the middle, and it just works really great for me. It is kind of big though, compared to the little small ones that you use, the little small palettes that are about yay big. So you may or may not like this one. I've been thinking about switching, but I'm still in this one right now, and I'll put the link down below for where you can get this on Amazon if you think you like this. There is actually a version bigger, and I think there might be some versions smaller. So again, I'll put those links down below, and you can follow those on Amazon. Okay, let's talk about what I actually paint on. So this is my watercolor paper, and it's on some actually plexiglass. And unfortunately, if you guys don't know, or if you visit Pier 1, they're closing all their stores and going out of business. And so I went to Pier 1 and actually to check things out, and actually saw that they had these plexiglass in the store for sale. So I bought a whole bunch of them. So if you have one closing near you and they still have store fixtures, go run and pick you up some. Otherwise, you might have to find like a local plastic company. We have one here in St. Petersburg called Farco Plastics, and that's the Tampa Bay area. And you can go and rifle through their scrap pieces and stuff like that, and they'll gladly cut things to size for you. Just be real careful. Sometimes the corners can be pretty sharp, so you want to tape those off so you don't get cut. But I put my watercolor down onto this, and then I actually tape it down and use that tape to hold things down, and also to create this really just a neat border. It's an easy way to create a border around the size of your artwork, your paper. The tape can be a little challenging to get off if you use just the regular masking tape. You can also get like an artist tape, but it is pretty expensive. I prefer just to use regular masking tape, and then I'm just very careful when I pull that up at the end. But you still get crisp borders here for the sides, and it works out really nice. I haven't had any leakage issues or anything. What you will need to do is when you're done with your project and you're ready for the big reveal, you want to make sure you heat up the tape, and I'll show you at the end of this video how we do that so that when you do take the edges off, you don't rip up a bunch of your paper with that tape as well. All right, so now I'm going to grab this number 6 brush here and I'm going to start painting. I'm going to go ahead and let some music play while you see me randomly put down marks, paint. And again, it's watercolor, more water, less is more, less pigment, more water. And there's no right or wrong to this. You're just going to start using that creative mind. I'm going to be using the Ranger Heated Craft Tool to dry my watercolor project here. I do not have a lot of patience, so I love when I can speed things up, and this helps me considerably when it comes to any of my watercolors that I want to dry immediately. It's also an excellent tool if you make cards and you want to do embossing or any type of heating of any type of element. It's a great option. Our project is all dry, so now we can move on to the next phase, which is getting out our Copic B-2 Multiliner set of markers. I absolutely just adore these markers. They're probably some of my favorite, and you can refill them. They come in a multitude of different sizes. I like the 0.5, the 0.3, the 0.8. Those are probably the three I use the most. And then I'm going to go ahead and take these out, and I'm going to start with our abstract doodling. Again, no right or wrong way to do this. Just kind of choose your right tip that you want, the right thickness of the ink that you're looking for, and then you can go ahead and just get to work. Now that we're all done, we're going to go ahead and remove our adhesive tape so that we can see our final project. This tape can get pretty sticky, so you want to take your heat it tool and go ahead and go around the entire project with the heat tool to try to loosen up that adhesive. When you go to peel off your tape, you want to do it slowly at first. You definitely want to angle your tape there and get it as close as you can to the project to avoid ripping up the paper as well. So just go real slow until you get the hang of it, and you'll pick it up real quick and your project will look great. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up down below and subscribe so you can be aware of all future videos as soon as they come up. Thank you and happy crafting!